is AI basically washing out the YouTube channels? That seems to be a very, very big thing right now. I'm just going to stay in the car world because that's where my lane is. So that's what I'm going to talk about here. One of the big ones that I'm seeing a lot of is the fact that AI is really coming into this side of hot rods, car world, motorcycle world, truck world, etc. Do I see it as a threat? I see it in the same light like this: electric cars and gas cars. Remember when the electric car first popped its head out, and I'm not talking back in the 50s and the 60s, but when the push, even government, the push of electric cars, the gasoline power car is obsolete. You know, the electric car is so much better. You know, it's the baby boomers and the old people. Yeah, you want to drive in my old 57 Chevy Bel Air? Just that type of crap that was being pushed to take that electric car and, you know, make it just this great thing. And we're all starting to see that it has its benefits, just like AI has its benefits, but it is not what the push was. Now, right now, AI being pushed in the automotive side of things is where I'm sure you guys have seen it. A lot of shorts. A lot of people are using them for shorts. Of, you know, you'll see a 69 Camaro front end with like a 72 Chevelle back end, but the bumpers are off like a, I don't know, a Mustang. You know, something like that, to where it's like, it's kind of a cool looking car, but you can tell, not quite. And there are some other ones that are a little more believable. Now, I just watched one that was a little bit longer. It wasn't a short, it was a small little video. I think it was only a couple, 3 minutes long. And they are getting to the point where they're trying to make them 45 minutes, an hour, so on and so forth. And the one thing that we have to remember here is time. Time is money. This is a way that I actually make a little bit of money, is off my YouTube channel. And, you know, I'm a small little YouTube channel that's just starting to grow. I've only been at this for a couple of years. But the thing is, it's your guys' views and the subscribers and how long you're watching stuff for. That right there is where all the money comes into play for anybody that's like monetized and making money off of YouTube. That right there, those three things are the big three things. Mainly it's the two, the views and how long they're watching, that right there. Now, if you have something of AI that's going for a half hour long, and let's just say you're the average car guy out there, we all want more knowledge in the car world, to where I can take it back to what I'm doing and how does it improve me, right? I mean, I would believe that's more than just car stuff. I think that's just life in general. How can I take what you're telling me and improve on myself to make a situation that's kind of and improve on it, right? Right. So there's that time frame that we have that, let's just say you come home from a long day of work, you make some dinner, you kick back, and you have an hour to watch whatever. And maybe you're like me, you know, you'll sit and watch Cletus, or you'll watch Steve Morris, or Adam LZ, or Vice Grip Garage, or Stay Tuned, or something like that. Stuff that's what I enjoy. And also some of the weightlifting stuff, but I'll stay cars. And at that point, well, a lot of their stuff is 45 minutes long, an hour long, and it takes up that time that I actually would have to watch something. Let's say now, this AI push that's going on. Well, how many times have you guys seen it? It's like, oh my gosh, that was just a POS right there, and it sucked your time up. So then your chance to be able to see smaller channels or stuff like I do is, you know, 10 minutes long, maybe 15 minutes long, where you might not have the time to actually see that. So then my channel is actually going to suffer from it because of what is going on with the AI world. What I would say is, I know for sure, as car people, they want to improve their knowledge, and they're enthusiastic, and they're encouraging. You could be up here, but you're still going to root for the guy who's just starting off. Hey, it's my first car that I ever got. I just bought this 80 Camaro, and I don't know how to even change the spark plugs or do anything, but I've always wanted a hot rod. I used to play with Matchbox cars, you know, build model cars, stuff like that. So you're always rooting for that guy to become part of the family. Now, you do have some of these big YouTube people and even just big wigs that they don't want to give up any of their secret squirrel stuff, which I will say this. One thing on my channel is I don't have any secret squirrel stuff. I will tell you exactly what I'm building and how I'm building it. Guys, I used to run Top Sportsman. I've been bottom sixes. I can tell you the exact recipe. Go out and have fun. If you can use any portions of the builds that I've done, from street cars to pro street to 8-second cars, 7-second cars, 6, I don't care. I want you to actually do better. Anything that I create, anything you can create in your head, I'll give you a platform. 69 Camaro or a 57 Chevy. Anything you create, it's been done. It's been done. So to be secret squirrel about it, it shows your character. But I would say that is like 1% of 1% that seems to do that. And you're not really going to have a good YouTube channel if you're not showing people what you do. So that being said, with the AI thing, there's no knowledge there. The knowledge that AI takes is from people showing it. People like me, older people that have shown how to make that happen, how to build whatever, and then present it. But they're still screwing it up. When you see a car pop its hood and the blower is still connected to the hood, where you're looking at it going, is this thing from Fast and Furious? What the heck is that? But eventually, yes, AI will get better. But communication, right? Think about it. If you message, comment, DM, whatever, me, you're going to get the real person and you're going to know that you're talking and dealing with me. If you have somebody that is using an AI platform and gives them a paragraph of, hey, I want to make an episode that's XYZ, and then poof, that episode goes up and they just throw it out there. It's very similar to people that are like, man, I love that Camaro that you built out there. I would love to be able to do something like that, but I just don't know how to do it. Well, a lot of people don't know how to do it. Everybody can tear a car down, but to rebuild it and put it back together and make it happen and all that, it's the patience, it's the time, and time is the big thing right here, especially like I was saying with the AI. The patience, the time, the effort, and learning along the way of how to become better at it. A lot of people don't want to do the learn along the way. They just want it done quick and now. Well, those are people that bring me their cars. They're passionate about it, but they don't want to spend the time themselves, or maybe they don't have the time themselves to build a hot rod. So they bring it out here to me. I give them exactly what they want, off to the races. But if I can give them some knowledge, they've never changed their own spark plugs, oil change, basic stuff, and give them the knowledge to where they can do their own tune-ups. They can do all that stuff. Okay, perhaps they want to then upgrade and put a big brake kit on, or they want to lower it or put a ride tech, or whatever, or they want a roll cage, or they want nitrous or something like that. Then they come back and then I educate them a little bit on that. Hey, it's a nitrous kit. Hey, I'm going to show you how to tune it. I'm going to show you how to change your jets. I'm going to show you where to go fill your bottle and all of that stuff. An AI channel is not going to be able to do that. Not as well. I'm sure that they got some little things in there, but when you communicate with them, comments, DMs, messages, you're going to be communicating with the person that's behind it that doesn't have the knowledge. So then they're going to go back to AI, Chat GPT, and go, they're asking this question. If they're not willing to do the work to even get to that point, do you really think they're going to take your one comment, go to Chat GPT, figure things out, come back and do the comment? That's just too much work. Forget it. No big deal. I hope the channel just rips and takes off and I don't have to do anything. That's what's behind it. That's the core behind it. So a small channel like this, that I only give you maybe 10 minutes, perhaps 15 minutes, but you're still getting that thirst. And as car people, that's what we have. And we can see through the bullshit. We have a thirst to get better, to have a little bit more knowledge. We have a thirst for originality. Now, with the big push of AI, like I said, it's the same push as what it was with the electric cars. And where are we at now? They're a part of society. They're a part of the equation. Just like I think Chat GPT, Grok, all this stuff will be a part of our lives. We know that. But there is a push of, a 14-year-old kid that can learn AI will be a millionaire by 18. I'm sure that will happen, for sure. But to put it at this praise, kind of like the electric cars will be the next level and all the gasoline stuff is just obsolete and it's got to go away and bye-bye and it's just garbage and junk. They never proved how much better they are than a gasoline powered car. What happens when they get stuck in the wintertime? That 300 miles that they're supposed to make, it slowly starts to disappear. And then what happens if they're in a San Francisco traffic jam with the sun beating down on them and they got the air condition cranked? They're not moving, but you can literally watch the miles go 281, 276, 250, 220, and they're freaking out going, what's happening? I'm not moving, but the batteries are draining. Just like the time for me, you guys being the viewers, the time that I can get out of you guys are the batteries, the source, the fuel for this YouTube channel to be able to make money, to be able to be seen and enjoyed. You guys are the battery. So if we only have X amount of time and the AI is being jammed down your throat and you're watching it, you might look at it and go, well, that was 15 minutes of wasting my time. Well, that's still 15 minutes of wasting your time and my time, because the fact that you have to go do something, you have life that you have to work with. That doesn't give me the time for you to possibly search, find this channel, and enjoy what we have on the channel. So that, to me, is how AI is affecting the entire car side of things, and I think everything else in the whole YouTube algorithm as well. I think it's this big tidal wave, kind of like the electric cars were. I think eventually it'll settle. I use AI, I use ChatGPT every once in a while, not for, hey, what are the torque specs on a 350 Chevy main, nothing like that. But there are questions that I have that it has helped, or it at least allows me to think with something and gives me a direction. It is useful. It is definitely useful. I think it's something that everybody can use. But in the entertainment side of what I'm at right now, I don't see it fulfilling the car community and what car people really want, their thirst and what they're really looking for. I don't think it fully fills it, and I can see how people will eventually see the BS and start coming back to the channels that were good, that were the foundation of even what this Chat GPT, even they go to find out how do you really do this stuff, because they don't know. They don't get their little computer digits, dirty. We do. And I think that is what you guys see, and you see through the BS of all that other stuff. So hopefully it will settle itself down, and we'll just learn to live as one and be united in this glorious world. Yes. I think that's going to be the end of it. So hit me down in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. I always love hearing from you. And yes, when you get a comment from me, it's me. So, till we meet again, my friends, I'm going to go back out there. I'm going to go bust my knuckles on some hot rods. So, take care. See you in the next one.